Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's Monday, October 17th, 2016. Monday Night Football kicking off in a couple hours. It's the New York Jets at the Arizona Cardinals. There's a lot of things that are very interesting about the scheduling of this game. I want to show you what's so interesting about the scheduling of this game and the parallel to the other primetime game the Jets played in this year against the Buffalo Bills. We'll cover that angle after we go over what's so interesting about tonight, Jets at New York. In terms of the date numerology, nothing stands out blatantly. Today has a life lesson number of 36. Cardinals in Gematria equals 36. The Cardinals, if they win tonight, will become 3-6 all-time against the Jets. This past weekend, Saturday, we saw Dennis Byrd, the New York Jet player, die in a car accident. And we also saw Quentin Groves pass away, who played for the Cardinals in 2012. Two former NFL players died this past Saturday. Suspicious deaths. Both men that played for these teams. With regards to Dennis Byrd, the name Byrd makes me think of the Cardinals. So anyway, let's talk about the parallels in this game, and then we'll get to the parallel between Jets and Bills earlier this year, where the Jets got their only win of the season. Notice the Jets are 1-4. If they lose, they'll be 1-5. If they win, they'll be 2-4. Cardinals are 2-3. If they lose tonight, they will be 2-4, matching the Jets' record should they win. If they win, they'll improve to 3-3, a lot like 33. In Monday Night Football, 33 is always the big number. The Jets coach, his birthday is 33 days from tonight's game. That could be your 33 connection. Or it could be with the home team, which plays on the 33rd parallel in Glendale, Arizona. Glendale equals 33, like MNF for Monday Night Football. Cardinals have a very real chance of improving to 3-3 tonight. If both teams fall to 2-4, that's a lot like the number 24. Last night, the Colts fell to 2-4. Colts equals 24 in Gematria. When you write out 24, it sums to 167. 167 is the 39th prime number. There's only two states in the entire United States that sum to 39. They're New York and Arizona. The teams involved in tonight's game, and tonight's game comes 39 days from the quarterback of the Jets' birthday. And he grew up in Chandler, Arizona, not far from Glendale, also on the 33rd parallel. The Jets, the only Super Bowl they ever won, they won it over the Colts, who lost last night. They won it 16-7, a lot like 167. So Colts lost last night. If the Jets win tonight, that might be a Super Bowl III tribute with the primetime games Sunday and Monday. So here's Todd Bowles, the coach of the Jets. He currently has 11 wins and 10 losses. If he loses tonight, he'll be 11-11. New York's the 11th state. His birthday is November 18th, the 322nd day of the year. His name in Gematria, Todd Bowles, sums to 119, like All-Seeing Eye, like Star of David, like Master Plan, special numbers. Anyway, his birthday, November 18th, from tonight's game to his birthday is a span of 33 days. Again, 33, the big number on Monday Night Football. Joe Namath, who won Super Bowl III for the Jets. Joe Namath, one of those 33 names. Here's his record right here. With the Jets, he's coached in 21 games. Tonight will be number 22. He's 11-10. 11-10. Off to a rough start after going 10-6 last year. The quarterback of the Jets, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's currently 33 years old, again born in Gilbert, Arizona. Playing in his hometown tonight. Last night, Andrew Luck of the Colts lost in his hometown. Andrew Luck equals 112. Houston equals 112. Horseshoe equals 112. Kathy Luck equals 112, his mother. He played his high school ball in Houston. His father played for the Houston Oilers. Last night's game in Houston was 112 days from the Super Bowl that'll be hosted in Houston. Andrew Luck losing by the numbers in a heartbreaker for Colts fans. The Colts were up 23-9 with about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Texans scored 2 late touchdowns, sent it to overtime, and then scored right away in overtime to win it. So anyway, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who was born in Arizona, plays in New York, played majority of his NFL career in New York with the Bills and the Jets. It's 39 days from the game to his birthday. Arizona and New York, the only 2 states with 39 gematria. Every single New York Super Bowl win connected to 39. This year's Super Bowl LI, Super Bowl 51 in Houston, whole lot of 39 connections. Last night's game, if you watched the screen, they kept putting up 39 in front of your face. They gave you so many different stats of 3 of 9, it was amazing. Talked about how the first field goal kick to the game was the 39th straight, 3rd place all-time. SNF Sunday Night Football 39. That's why I'm seeing some parallels with last night's game, and it's reminding me of Super Bowl III with the Colts and the Jets. Todd Bowles, his birthday, November 18th, 1963. That's a date with 111 numerology. Again, New York equals 111. Earlier this year, he defeated the Bills in the 111th game all-time between both teams. I did a preview video saying why I thought the Jets would win that one. Seemed that they had a clear narrative to the win. They got it. Anyway, New York 111. The opposing coach for the Cardinals is named Bruce Arians. And Bruce Arians, a very suspicious name, gematria of 111. And from tonight's game to the upcoming Super Bowl, 111 days. If you do the full span of days, it's 112 days. Again, this game's on the 112th parallel. The Super Bowl this year is in Houston. Houston equals 112. Big number on the season. Bruce Arians, this will be his 54th game coached. And look at this. It's against the Jets. Jets 54. Carson Palmer's making the return as well. Carson Palmer 54. And wait till I show you Carson Palmer and Ryan Fitzpatrick's stats. Gets even more mind-bending. Super Bowl III right here, January 12th, 112. A lot like 112, 1969. Jets over the Baltimore Colts. Look at this. Carson Palmer comes into this game with 167 games under his belt. He missed his last game against the 49ers because they sat him out with the fake injury, the tribute to Drew Stanton. The game ended with a sum of 54 points. Carson Palmer, 54. Anyway, he comes in with 167 games. 167, the 39th prime number. Super Bowl III, 16-7. That means tonight's game will be his 168th game, and New York City equals 168. In the regular season, this will be his 164th game. Meanwhile, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he comes in with 110 total games. He's never been in the playoffs, so his games, regular season and playoffs, same numbers. This will be his 111th game tonight. 111 days from the Super Bowl. Playing for the coach with the 111 birth numerology, playing in New York. Earlier in a primetime game, 111th game all time between the Bills and the Jets. Bills equals 54 like Jets too. So anyway, New York Jets, they're either going to be 7-2 or 6-3 after the game tonight. Today's date numerology, 6-3, 36. This is a hard game to call. If you put a gun to my head, I would say, the Jets need to win more. But what's most likely tonight is the Cardinals prevailing. That said, if it's a Super Bowl III tribute, we're going to see the Jets pull it out and make it 2-4, 2-4. Here was ESPN's front page the night after the Jets beat the Bills, 37-31. I was saying this would be a tribute to Super Bowl III potentially, which was the 68 season. We get 68 combined points in the game. The year prior, the Jets and Bills, both of their games were decided with a sum of 39 points. New York, the small way, 39. The big way, 111. The year earlier, 39-39. This year, they get the tribute to 68. And I want to show you the name of the coach who won the 68 Super Bowl. Weeb Eubank. In gematria, that sums to 37, like the amount of points the Jets won with. The thing that I want people to understand is I've proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that sports are scripted. I'm showing you the language that they're scripted in: numerology, gematria, history, tributes. That said, knowing the code, it's still often difficult to determine who is going to win the games. The greater point of my work is just to get people to see that sports are scripted. That way they don't need to invest in them emotionally. Why invest in something emotionally which tears you apart if your team loses, or gives you, some happiness if they win, but why have that emotional impact once you realize it's scripted? Why even have that emotional impact, period? Is that even healthy for any of us? Professional sports, they're a major distraction. They eat up people's energy and time. And most people don't realize it's all for a scripted lie. No different than a theater performance, a movie. It's entertaining, but it's planned out. It's written in advance. The day he was born was also a date with 37 numerology. Important number to this man. We're seeing Andrew Luck haunted by the number 37 this year. Andrew Luck, Colts, Jets, Super Bowl III. That's Super Bowl, though, January 12th, 1-1-2. Today's game with the Jets on the 112th meridian. It's a span of 112 days towards the Super Bowl. Can they get back on their feet, becoming 2-4? Again, when you write out 24 as a word, it sums to 167. A lot like the 16-7 score of Super Bowl III. So if you missed the Bills-Jets video I put out earlier this year, I'll link it in the description. I shared a lot of knowledge in that video about the history of 39 in New York Super Bowls. I'll also link the Alex Rodriguez video I did earlier this year where he got to play one out at third base in the 9th inning. Sure, tonight we'll see plenty of 39 tributes. Maybe even a 111. I'm sure there'll be some 33s. They love to put these numbers in our face. Anyone who watched Sunday Night Football last night, it was just a 39 fest. 39 all game. It's always the big number. Educate about this every week. Every week. That's the people who come here and make fun of my work and say it's ridiculous. It's very obvious that they're either completely dedicated trolls or complete morons. It's only one of the two. Because even when my predictions for the games aren't right, if you're watching these games, the numbers I'm talking about before the video are just put in front of your face all night, every single game. And you have to be completely blind not to see it. That message goes out to my critics. They're always here. They're always trolling. There's always more work to do. And I share this knowledge because I'm always looking for more help, The puzzle pieces are there. We just have to figure out how to put them together all the way. What was I telling you about the Giants? I said the Giants should win this weekend. I said 23's been haunting them, but I think they're going to get the better of it. Notice that they beat the Ravens, who the Ravens lost with 23 points, 23 days after Harbaugh's birthday, or Coach Harbaugh's birthday for the Ravens. And then think about Baltimore Ravens and Colts. I said there was a parallel between those games this weekend, and what did the Colts lose with? They lost with 23 too. Baltimore and the Colts lost with 23. Added together 46. Number for the New York Giants, who won Super Bowl 46. NYG's 46. Houston, Texas is 46. NYG won. Houston, Texas won. The 46 teams won. The losing teams 23 points. As I always say, even when I'm off, I'm still on, The point is, sports are scripted. I got that proven. You got to be a fool to deny it if you've followed my work. Figuring out what the scores are going to be, the outcome beforehand, there's still considerable room for improvement there. And I've never hidden from that. So we'll see what happens tonight. The more notes, the more documentation, the more clear the picture becomes. Until next time, Truth Seeker.